Welcome back. It is 9:21 in the morning. I stayed up late working last night, so I'm going to take a late start today and play some Europa. Last time we finally got a foothold in England. Well, I say finally, but it's only 1471. This is pretty early to have this. It's pretty great. Yeah, so I think we need a little bit of these names are a little too English for me. I mean, this is France now. So obviously, this is Le Quint. And Le Sussex. So we've got our eyes set on London. England is pretty dead in the water. They're no longer a threat. We've already disarmed them. Unless they get a big, strong ally. That could throw a wrench in our plans, but even then, I think they're pretty screwed. What next? So this is all unified now. We can no longer poke at Aragon. We've still got 19 years until we can really mess with the HRE, so I think it might be time to deal with Burgundy. Well, let's unpause. So first things first, last time, if I recall, we don't have an heir, so we need to make sure we're doing lots of royal marriages. Castile doesn't like us anymore. That's interesting. Oh, they're not going to say yes to a royal marriage. Too many Oh, right. We betrayed them last time. That's not a surprise. They're not our ally anymore. Well, that's a bummer. I guess that means it doesn't matter that this is unified, doesn't it? We can attack them. And we have a new ruler, so we don't have a royal marriage or anything with them. So there's no penalty. Okay. Let's send some spies over there. How about that? Okay, we gotta wait 5 days. Our diplomat is returning from doing something. There we go. Alright. So we got spies in Castile. Naples, no liberty desire. Aragon, no liberty desire. It's a bummer. Wars for independence are always fun. What can we do? Yeah, I guess we just need to wait and build up to attack Burgundy. Wait. I'm sorry, we broke our alliance with Provence. What happened? Oh, damn. I was trying to royal marriage. I was trying to marry them, and I called off our marriage. Oh, no. Wait, is that what happened? What happened? Hold on. I need to see the footage here. What did I just do? Wow. So I was just on autopilot. I just watched the footage. I just went to Provence, broke royal ties, lost a stability, and dismissed the message that showed me that all in one fell swoop and didn't pay attention to any of it. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's our current situation. Still got a little bit of a bug. I'm gonna blame that on the sickness. Definitely not my complete lack of paying attention. Okay, well, let's think about how to make the most of this. We're no longer allies with Provence. That means that all these other powers are probably going to try to snap them up pretty quick, which isn't great for us. Well, you don't need to improve relations with the allies anymore because we only have one. Let's start building a spy network so we can pounce on Provence before anyone else. So, I mean, this is ours. We don't have to worry about that. Savoy or the Pope could try to take this. And Burgundy is definitely going to try to take this. Probably before we can do anything about it. So we've given ourselves a little bit of a timer on accident. And not the worst move in the world. Not a great one, for sure, but here we are. So we want England to rise up and rebel here as soon as possible so that we can put it down and come back home. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and position our ships up here to be ready for that. Do we have a castability, but it's only... Oh, we have a conquest. Oh, right, because we have permanent claims on this area now. Perfect. And we're trying to... Oh, we can get a vassal here. Oh, that's important. We need to do that ASAP. Come back home. Have a military... Oh, we don't have a military alliance. Whoops. That would have gotten us there faster. And I really am rusty. Alright, and the next month we can get a vassal. So vassals are very useful. Cool. So... Cornwall is basically our little buddy now. They pay us. We have a tab for managing vassals. Their opinion matters because if they don't like us, they will have liberty desire, and other countries can support their independence, which is what we've been keeping an eye on Naples and Aragon for, because they're vassals of Castile. Well, they're in a personal union, which is slightly different, but effectively the same. For now, we'll get into details later. We get a portion of their income, 40%, and we have a variety of things we can do with them. So we can do any of these things. I'm not going to run through the whole list now. We'll talk about them as we use them, but we can also say how they behave in wars. Usually for small vassals, I just say supportive. They'll just put their guys on our guys, and we'll get a little 3,000 boost because they're not going to accomplish anything on their own. But if we have a big vassal, we can do a couple things. We can... it's not in that menu, but we can go here and we can designate them as a march. Now, marches don't pay us anything, but they're better militarily, so they're basically a military ally that we control. And they'll have a bigger army, and their army will be stronger. We can do the opposite, which is make it so that they do not have to support us in wars. I think we can do that from this screen. Right. So they have to pay an additional 50% to us, but they don't have to be called into wars, so they don't have to fight. Right now, we're not going to do either of those. The reason we have them is we are going to go for a strategy called vassal feeding. You'll notice every time I take territory, I have to store admin points to core it. So that's why I didn't take tech before a bunch of those wars. I have to spend a bunch of points as soon as... Hey, we got an heir. Or a queen, at least. Burgundy, yep. Burgundy already got Provence. Oh, they're excommunicated. We can't use that. Well, we have a truce anyways. I also think we're excommunicated. No, we can use it. Well, bye-bye Provence. There's not nothing we can do. There might be something. Hold on. Sometimes the AI makes stupid decisions, like break your alliance with France because you're mad that they divorced you. Granted, it was kind of a dick move on our part, but now your whole country's screwed, so. Let's see. Burgundy is our rival, so they're not going to listen to anything we do. We can intervene in war. No, not on that side. We would intervene on this side. We can't because... Oh, that you have to have a great power there. We can do something, right? Maybe not with great powers. Let's see. We can offer condottieri, which means we would basically give our army to Provence. We would still control it, but we would be fighting in their war only with that army, and we would make money every month. So it's not a bad idea. I don't know that we can get... We can only give them one army, I think, right now, and our limit is... We can probably get more than 17, though. Are we at force cap still? We're exactly at force limit. Okay, let's get 3 more people over here. Let's merge these armies. I think I can do a 20,000 stack. Let's offer condottieri here. And now we're in the war. So let's go mess up Burgundy. I don't think we can win this war for Provence. If we could, it'd be great, but we are going to mess Burgundy up. We have more manpower than them. So really any damage we can do, even if we lose battles, is fine. Oh, no. Wait. Yep, this is the event I was talking about early game. The Burgundian succession crisis. The death of the last Duke of Burgundy has made the future of the country uncertain. Neighboring countries and those connected by royal marriages are already circling the opportunity to intervene. There's even talk about the Emperor wanting to incorporate the remains into his lands. However, no matter how great the Duke of Burgundy's power grew, there was never any dispute that the Duchy of Burgundy itself laid under France's Salic law. If we act now, no other country will be able to take it by any claim of marriage. So basically, we can take all this, and we get just a shitload of provinces. Wait. It's core. I'm going to admit, I don't fully understand this event. Is this going to split it? It doesn't say anything about giving provinces to the Emperor. Usually the ones that fall inside Imperial rule. Okay, like this province. Well, I mean, obviously we're not going to leave it be. So let's go ahead and just accept. Oh, it went to Holland. Huh. That's good. Well, we won the battle because their army disappeared. We've got conquest against Holland because they control some of those territories we have a permanent claim on. We just got a bunch of stuff that was Burgundy's. And Austria didn't get any stronger. That was maybe the best possible outcome. I know it's not always Austria that gets that stuff. I think it's countries with royal marriages with them, which usually ends up being Austria. But I've seen it be Castile before. Okay. Well, that changes a lot. Our plan to deal with Burgundy is now null and void because we kind of just were given it for free. Scotland, royal marriage, sure thing. Let's make some states. Okay. Is everything I have a state? There's a limit on how many states we can actually have. Let's get a state map in here. Areas, regions, states, and territories. Okay. So the green is stuff that is states. The yellow are territories that we haven't turned into states yet. We can't until we finish coring these. And then these slash green lines are provinces that are in states that we've claimed, but we do not own yet. So they're good targets because you don't have to pay twice to sort of territory them and then state them. And they don't add to your overall number of states. So those are good targets. Speaking of good targets, Holland is now a good target, but Holland is in the Empire, so there's that. If we attack a country in the Empire, the... oh, they still are transferring trade power, which I bet is a lot more than it was before. Yeah, our trade power went up because Holland's went up. Personal union on monarch death still. We need to have a kid, man. Conquer new states. State maintenance. Harsh treatment cost reduced. Sure. Assemble an army. Have an army equal to or larger than 80,000. Our force limit is now 58. We only got 3 more force limit for that, but we're going to use it. We're losing money pretty fast, though. And I'm pretty sure their war's over, so they're going to cancel condottieri with us. Oh, and our rival disappeared. Oh, England rivaled us once again. Easy. Easy choice there. There's the condottieri cancel. All right. What next? Well, Provence was spared with that, which is good because we need them to hold out for 4 more years so we can attack them and take everything they have. Yeah, so all of this is in the Empire. Let's start thinking about a war with Castile. I don't think we're going to pull the trigger on that soon, but be good to know. So Castile has 27,000 troops. Aragon has 19,000, so we're going to call that 20, so we'll say 47. Naples has 6,000, so 53. And then they'll probably bring Portugal in, right? Oh, they're allied with Austria, too. Well, that's starting to look like a war I can't win. Austria will have a lot of troops. It's only 1472, though. Maybe we can handle what Austria... Nope, 29,000. That pushes that war over the edge, I think. Especially considering we've got England on our back. We got excommunicated again. Ottomans are at war with Corfu, the Knights, Naxos, Alsace, Austria, Memmington. What? Attacker into Venice. Okay, so I actually want Ottomans to lose this war. They've been expanding, and Ottomans are scary. I don't want them to be too strong. So I don't know if declining this or accepting it is better. If I accept it, it also gives all these countries access through my territory. Which means more fighting will happen, which means Ottomans will get hurt more. They're definitely going to win this war. I mean, Negroponte is right here. They're at war for this province, so pretty deep in their territory. They're not going to lose that war. But the best I can hope for is... Oh, it looks like there's other wars happening. Oh, Castile's involved. Attacker against Granada. So that's a different war. So the Ottomans have 2 wars. I guess Castile's taking advantage of Ottoman's other war to assume they're not going to focus on defending Granada. Oh, and Austria is hiring Condottieri. This could be good. They're fighting a lot of countries. Interesting. You know, I could send Condottieri. So it may seem weird that I'm this focused on this Ottomans war, but the Ottomans really will be a huge problem for us later. They get a scary amount of troops. Their troops are good. There's like some really good territory down this way that they can conquer, and they usually end up coming down here. Sort of nipping them in the bud would be great. So I could send 20,000 more troops over here just to seal the deal. Alright. We need to kind of go into recovery mode anyways, so, and we don't have any great opportunities for war. So let's drill some troops to build up professionalism, keeping an eye on these English separatists. And let's offer Austria, our rival, they're not going to accept. Yeah. It's because they're a rival, they just won't. Venice might. Yeah, and they're going to pay us an insane amount of money. Alright, let's go fight the Ottomans. This is a good opportunity. We're even at the expense of making Austria and Venice stronger, this is worth it. If we can stop the Ottomans from expanding. Alright, we're going to do our best not to lose too many troops here, though. Try to catch some Ottoman armies off guard and just keep their general numbers down. Ooh, Austria's hiring troops left and right. That's good. I hope it bankrupts them. It won't, but it'll put them into some serious debt. Okay, so I see a lot of Ottoman troops moving up north. Actually, this may be a good opportunity to sneak in and do some sieges, or support some sieges that are already happening. Oh, they've got rebels. Okay, well, I'm gonna let the rebels do their thing. Hold on. These forts are preventing me from getting anywhere useful. Let's go support this siege that Siena is doing. Anti-clericism. Gain ducats, lose local autonomy. That's good. Clergy gains. Loyalty. Bourgeoisie. Loses 15. I've really been neglecting estates. Not interacting with them too much. We can ask them for stuff. Let's ask them for a contribution to get some free money, and then snub them to get some more free money. Hey, we can embrace the Renaissance. It's 1,000 ducats. But sure. I'm impatient. I could wait for that price to go down as it spreads more, but may as well get a jump on tech, not fall behind our neighbors. Gonna go ahead and do this. Oh, and we've got... Oh, we missed our spy network here. Whoops. Yeah, just come back. We do have a spy network in Provence. Fabricate claim, which I realize now we don't need to do this because we have permanent claims on most of their stuff, but now we have a claim on everything. We're waiting till 76, so we got 3 more years to attack Provence. Holy crap, the Ottomans are going to lose. That's wild. Okay, England became too small to rival us, then rivaled us again, so we'll do the same thing. And then I guess we'll rival... Probably don't want to do Castile. I mean, they don't like us, we don't like them, but there's no need to piss them off further. Muscovy already hates us, and they're kind of out of the way for now, so... Humiliate rival. The Sussex is now considered part of our patrimony. Perfect. We can statify that. It includes London, so it'll be worth a lot eventually. So we'll go ahead and do that. Spend the admin. What's our military tech look like? Yeah, by the time we catch up to here, we should purchase it, so we won't be able to get enforced service. This one's not that critical. I don't care. It saves us money in the long run, but this one's good. Minus 5% land maintenance modifier. You'll notice we spend a lot of our money on land maintenance or on army maintenance. 17 ducats a month. So 5% of that is pretty significant. Supply limit up, garrison size up. That makes it harder for our stuff to be sieged. Land attrition down, and then force limit modifier plus 50% when we finish the idea tree. And keep in mind, once we get 6 ideas, we'll get our 20% morale. This game is going about as well as I could ask for a France game to go. Cool, we've sieged that province. Can't get to Constantinople yet. Constantini, I don't know how to pronounce that. But we can start sieging the next province over. They've got an army over here. But this is not a threat to us because we're not technically in the war. Our army can take damage. They can attack our army and stack wipe it and kill all our guys, but they cannot do anything to us. They can't come siege us because we're not technically at war with them. I would really like it if my damn ruler would have a baby. We'll see. Siege is going to take a while, but if we capture capital, it's over. Oops, I probably should have accepted that military access request. England got the Renaissance. Miltech 6. Finally caught up. Do they have a shitty ruler still? It's the Queen. England starts with a really awful ruler. We're making a lot of money right now because of our condottieri. That's a huge Ottoman's army that can mess our army up if it gets to us. It'd be nice if some of these people in this war would support this siege. Oh, and there's 6,000 more, so there's 33,000 Ottoman troops running around. Maybe we'll get lucky and take this city and be able to get off. Hey, perfect. Okay. But they seem like they're marching their troops away for some reason. As soon as I step on their capital, they're going to come back, though, I bet. Okay, here's some Genoese and Venetian troops. I don't think they'll stack wipe us. They'll beat us if they attack us with a big army like that, but they won't stack wipe us, and we've got the manpower and the money to reinforce. So, like I said, we're not going to buy this idea yet. English separatists are getting pretty close. I should stop drilling. I want to be prepared when that happens. Who else is going to rise up? Catalonia. Why don't you just go stand here? Reduce some of that unrest. Wallachian separatists are occupying a lot of territory. This poor AI Ottomans not having a good run this game. Provence is allied with England. Hold on. That might be the best thing I've ever heard. Because England still only have 18,000 troops. So we have 25,000 troops on their mainland. And if we declare war against Provence, we'll also get to attack England. Man, everything is coming up France this game. Gain some base tax in Paris. Oh, we can reform again. All right. Centralized bureaucracy. Monthly autonomy change. Max promoted cultures too. This one's a tough one. I'm not positive on how the theory crafting works out here. Autonomy change is good because it just... But we're already probably going to have positive autonomy change. Max promoted cultures is going to be really good because we're blobbing. So there's going to be a lot of cultures here. But this also kind of helps blobbing. I don't know which one of these is better. I'm going to take the promoted cultures, I think. Which, real quick, to get into promoted cultures, you'll see these are the cultures that make up our empire. So these are accepted cultures. So these are the cultures that people consider like really French. So Frankian, Occitan, and Gascon. And these are the population or the development percentages. So these are in the same culture group. So it gives us reduced penalties. These are not. So basically, let's go here. So this culture is not in our group. So it's English. So there's more local unrest, there's less taxes, there's less missionary strength, manpower, and sailors. So basically these provinces are just less efficient. They're not bad, but you know, they're not as good as a French province where the culture is accepted. But we can pay diplomacy points, diplomatic power points to accept some of these cultures. So for example, Burgundian is 9% of our empire, so we probably want to do that. Ditto for Breton. We've got up to our max of 4. So it was 2 before, so that was a good call probably. There's a screen for culture. Here we go. So these are the culture groups. You can see this is Frankian, Breton, Norman, Walloon, Burgundian, but they're all yellow because they're all part of the same group. So even when we embrace English culture, it's still part of a different culture group, so I think there are still some minimum penalties we'll take. So those territories will never be as efficient as our home territories. But they can come pretty close. It is 76, so we're not going to take that admin tech because we are about to attack. What month? October. We have until October. Which means I need to probably get these guys out of this war. I'd like to take Constantinople for Venice, though. If the AI was smart, they would just take a peace deal now, because there's no telling what happens with the Ottomans, and you're winning. Just want stability, gain corruption, lose ducats. That's not great. Money's already kind of low. But stability is worth a lot more to us, so unfortunately we're going to take that hit. Come on. Man, poor Ottomans. I feel bad for them. Yes. Are they blockading this? Why can't I cross? Oh yeah, they've got ships just preventing me from crossing. Looks like our English rebels are about to rise up. Good. Want to make sure that happens before this war, and then we can recover from it. Let's start bringing our condottieri home. All right, rebels. Any day. 80%. Come on, rebels. Rebel, please. Rebel against me, so I can attack Provence. Our army's making its way home. That's our admin advisor. We'll take another advisor just for the points. Oh, no. Great. Well, we're already locked in. We're about to fight 29,000 Ottoman troops on a mountain. Or is the battle going to be in this province or this province? Because they're coming toward... No, it's going to be in here. Well, bye-bye our army. Just retreat. Retreat! Yeah, we lost. But don't retreat that way. Okay, well, we're retreating to Venice. Venice, if you let this army cross and stack wipe my troops, I'm going to be so angry. In fact, let's go ahead and revoke condottieri, which I should have done before that battle happened, actually. Whoops. All right. Oh, this black flag, by the way, means they're exiled. That happens when a war ends or when access is revoked for some reason and you're somewhere where you don't have access. It just means your army is free to pass through any territory and they move a little quicker, but they can't engage in combat until they get back in friendly territory. So it's convenient now because we don't have to ask for permission to come home. Well, that's a bummer. That's going to eat up a lot of manpower and money. Whoa, that guy sucks. This guy sucks. Can't type. This guy sucks. That's his name. We're going to disown him as soon as we can. Oh, cool. Our king is a sinner. Well, let's go sin on England. Which, if these rebels... Okay, we're capped on admin power, so I guess we're going to take this tech now. We can pick more ideas. So we can't get another military, because we're unbalanced right now. Admin is probably going to be pretty tied up on expanding. So maybe We could take exploration and start working our way towards having some colonies. Our goal is to take this, though, and I don't know that focusing on getting colonies in the New World supports that all that well. Colonies can get us a lot of money, but they're also kind of it's a lot of investment, time, effort, and focus that we really should be spending expanding across Europe. So maybe something that helps us out there more. Influence helps us get vassals, helps us keep vassals, and helps us annex vassals. That's going to be pretty great, actually. Reputation, envoy travel time, vassal force limit contribution, and unjustified demands. Diplomatic ideas is always solid, although I never use my diplomats because I'm bad. Alternatively, we could take humanist ideas, which is good for a big, expansive empire with lots of cultures. Gives us extra cultures, gives us minus years of separatism. Separatism is a penalty after you conquer territory for about, I don't know how long, 15 years or something. There's just unrest there because you captured it, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can reduce the penalty, but it won't go away. This reduces the years by 10. Alternatively, we could go religious ideas and try to force whatever our current religion is on everyone. It also gives us Deus Vult, which lets us attack neighboring heathens and heretics. Reduce culture conversion cost, which isn't that useful. I'm actually pretty hung up on what to do here. I'm going to be honest. I think admin ideas are stronger right now for what we're trying to do, but I don't think we're going to have the spare power. I think we're just going to be expanding by attacking people. Pretty straightforward. We're going to be short on admin power. So I think we're going to take something to negate that. Influence would help us feed vassals, which I never explained, I realize now. We'll get there when it becomes important. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Basically, instead of spending admin points to core everything we conquer, we give it to our vassal, let them spend admin points to core it, and then we can annex the vassal and make it part of our country, and that costs Diplo points instead. So it's a way of sort of spreading out your expansion costs between admin and Diplo. So influence would help us do that, but I don't really love the influence tree, honestly. I might go diplomatic ideas. Province war score cost is really good. Expansion ideas is really good for colonizing more than anything else. The number of states is really good, though. Bureaucracy. Extra tax, construction costs. This is a hard decision. I'm going to think about this off camera for a little bit. All right, we're going to go humanist. It's not a particularly exciting tree, but it's useful for big empires and for reasons that will become clear at approximately 1530. It'll be very helpful. I really need these rebels to rise up. There we go. Thank you. Kill them. All right, reinforce speed plus 33%. That'll come in handy as you reinforce. Declare war. Bring Florence. So Florence is our ally. They're gonna bring England in and Lorraine. I think. Has aggressive expansion cooled down on people a little bit? England's pissed. Oh, we have to worry about Castile and Aragon now. I don't know that we have to worry about Aragon, just Castile, because they're the senior partner. Oh, that war's over. The Ottomans lost territory, and they still like us for some reason. Wow, the Ottomans lost all this. They lost all this. Exciting. What a time to be alive. Once these are reinforced, I'm gonna go on England. Ooh, perfect timing. Now we have a leg up on them in terms of military power. Okay. I think we're good to go. We're going to declare for... Is this a French core? It's a permanent claim. It's not a core. Okay. We're going to declare for Barrois, and we're not going to call Florence in because that's going to give them favors on us, and they're going to call us into some stupid shit, and we don't need them. Hey, Provence. Remember when we were allies and you decided to snub me for no reason? I mean, I divorced you, so I guess it wasn't no reason. We don't have a lot of great generals. This guy is not good at fighting, but he's got 1 siege pip. Let's roll the dice on another one. Oh, he's even worse. Alright, to London. We have too many generals now. It's costing us military points. Fire the guy we just hired. Let's kill their army before we siege their capital. Or Barra. We're already sieging their capital. I think this... Nope. Capital of Provence is Provence. It's not, actually. What? It's for Calquier. Interesting. Learning all kinds of stuff today. Okay, gain 1 stability. Catholicism gain reform desire. Gain 20 papal influence. Don't care about that because the Pope hates us. Clergy loses loyalty. We gain a lot of money. I want the stability, please. And so reform desire continues to build. The rumor is spreading that the Ottomans are preparing to attack Ramazan. Ramazan is this one, this one. I'm surprised they haven't already eaten them. So we got a couple 1 stacks running around being annoying. Alright, we got that province. That's what we declared for too, so that's good. Let's go deal with this 3 stack before it becomes bigger. Perfect. Poor Provence, they never had a chance. Well, there's a chunk of England's army in mainland France. That's a good strategic move. Group up and go attack that army. Oh yeah, Lorraine's involved too. I forgot about them. Not a great time for those rebels to show up. There's nothing I can do about that for now. Yeah, so that just added more separatism here because the rebels were able to take control of it. So it's unlikely that they'll live long enough to Let's switch armies. Oh, no, we gotta go deal with this. Perfect. Alright, go deal with the rebels with these 20,000. Which unfortunately means attacking into hills. They're going to get this province anyways, so let's just let them have it and let them come to us. So they're attacking into hills. Alright, beat these guys. Let's stack wipe and start taking Lorraine's capital. Alright, we're going to leave some horses behind to capture this province while we siege this. Rebels came into here and got destroyed. The fort will recapture this one automatically, so we'll just manually recapture this real quick. We've gotten London. Where are you going, England? Come back. Shatter England's army. Well, oh shoot, we might lose. Nope. Our Miltech lets us win, even outnumbered. Alright, we're going to come hang out on London, though, and regroup those troops. Let them reinforce. England's manpower is getting low, though. They're down to 10,000, and I think that last battle ate through most of that. So our army's much more sustainable than theirs. So even if we do lose, as long as it can have time to rebuild before it fights again, we're going to go into debt here. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. We're not going to take this idea. We're going to save our admin power. All right, Lorraine is fully occupied. So the mainland war is won. At this point, we are just trying to do some damage to England. Provence wants to make peace, which means we gotta... So I'm trying to reconnect with my vassal here. Naples. Military access. I don't know why, but okay. Yep, so we went in debt and took a bank loan automatically. I'm not too worried about it. We're going to be able to pay that off pretty quickly. Okay, so they're going to try to siege London, which works well for us. So we chase that half of the army off, so they're not going to be able to join this battle in time. Make it easier. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give this land to Cornwall. Cornwall. Oops, wrong button. And Cornwall and Cornwall. Now it's unlikely that we're going to be able to control all this. 1501. So this is 20 years. We get 10% extra morale, 1 yearly army tradition, and 0.5 prestige. That's really good, but we're losing admin power, splendor, and ducats. But here we lose prestige. I'm actually going to take this, even though we're in debt, because that's a good bonus, and it lasts for a long time. There's nowhere to retreat to. Except all of England. How much are they losing? 33. We're not going to be able to get a huge peace deal out of them. Oh, we can't take London. That's okay, though. We've got all the time in the world to take English territory. We need 74 to give these to our vassal. But that would give our vassal overextension, probably. Let's keep working on England for a little bit. Oh, I might be able to hit them again before they can recover. I'm not going to catch up. Sorry, did someone just influence nation on our vassal? Oh, it was us. We renewed it. Got it. That's fine. So I'm comfortable sieging here. It's a marsh, so we'll get the attacker penalty if they... Oh, they caught up in tech. If they move in here, they might win. In fact, they'll probably win. But I'm still okay with that because their manpower is so much lower than mine. I'll have time to retreat and rebuild. So really just as many times as we can smash into their army, the more the better. More rebels. Now we can take a aggressive expansion impact minus 10%. That will be great. We'll go ahead and take that. We've embraced the Renaissance, so we're getting even more splendor per month. Oh, we don't have a military advisor. Ooh, they're all level 2. I can't afford that. Oh, this guy's half price, though. Sure. I think we got him through an event. Peace offer from Provence. We might need to piece this out sooner than we would like. Alright, rebels dealt with. I would just really like to get my vassal a lot of land here in England. The siege is going pretty well. They don't seem to want to take the fight here, so they're going to let us have it. And leave their army stranded over here. Interesting move. Oh, look at them trying to carpet siege. Local unrest. Yeah, I can't deal with more unrest right now. You guys can have reduced taxes. I might take this. It's not a great peace deal, but it chips away at them. We'll make some money. Doesn't put our aggressive expansion up too high. Let me make sure these are going to Cornwall. Cornwall, Cornwall. Cool. Yeah, I like that deal. Cool. Oh shit. We no longer have access through here, though. I should have gotten in English territory before I ended that war. Yeah, I can't get to my provinces without using a fleet. Oh well, we have a fleet for that. Now we have 100% war score against Provence. I don't think we can take everything. Yeah, that's not gonna fly. England, Provence, the Papal State, Holland, Savoy. Papal State, Holland, and Savoy are the only ones we have to worry about because we'll have a truce with Provence and England. And by the time that truce is up, Holland for sure should be out because they're only at 56. And remember, the threshold is 50. And the Papal State might be as well. What does that give us? It gives us 34 development Leaves this open. See, I'm not interested in taking Anjou because that's basically ours. We can take that whenever we want, so there's no point in rushing to get it. I'd like these two. We could do this, and then Provence is essentially the same. Worst case scenario, the Pope attacks it and takes it, and we'll get it from the Pope later. So eventually we'll take Avignon. So we could do those at the same time. And we could do this. It's a different group, though. Savoy, Liege, Holland, and the Papal State could all form a coalition. I don't like that. How much development is this? 15. Release nations and all treaties. We could take Lorraine. Ooh, that's even more. This was them transferring Lorraine to be our vassal instead of theirs, which gives us 50 war score. England, Liege, Provence, Holland, Savoy, the Papal State. Again, that's Liege, Savoy, Holland, and the Papal State can form a coalition. Although, it's a coalition I could probably fight. But that's just to get a vassal with 2 provinces. I don't think that's not the play. I think this is the play. Take the money. Take the war rep. What else do we want? Is there anything else we can get? And revoke core on main. Nope. Whoops. I really need to learn to turn off notifications. All right. This will work for me. So they no longer have a claim on Maine. We take their capital and Provence, which is not their capital for some reason. So Provence is just this province. They have this vassal and this province. And we don't have too many countries upset with us. Holland really hates us. I'm trying to find someone I can maybe make friends with. Liege. Everyone hates us because we're excommunicated. Nothing we can do about that. Let's make cores. Let's pay off this loan. I think our balance is still pretty negative. But that'll start to go down now that we're in peacetime and we're not replenishing troops. Well, I probably shouldn't hire someone when I'm in the red. All right, France is looking pretty French. We've got a couple spots we need to take here and there. I think the technically defined French kingdom is region. Yeah, so the French region is all of these. So we need this province, we need Calais, we need this province. And we want Savoy. This is true France. This is our goal. I'm going to call it here. This has been an incredibly productive episode, if only because we just got half of Burgundy because of that event. We also got to take on the Ottomans and win, which is interesting. They're now being occupied by Hungary. What? Attacker against Serbia. They'll probably win that war. I don't know why they're being occupied, though. These Venetian territories are already rebelling. Yeah, that was an interesting one. This game is going really well. I think we'll be able to accomplish our goal of expanding all the way to Moscow, which is somewhere there it was. Boom. So we're not very far, but keep in mind, all these provinces are super rich, so any little bit of expansion is going to help us snowball. You can see we're probably the strongest country in Europe right now, by far, at this point. So let's just keep doing it. Next time.